we've got a brand new Dokkan battle unit to look at today, so let's see who the new Dokkan Fest TUR is. Today we're going into the animations and details of a new unit. Today we have a brand new TUR coming out. You kind of have a little bit of the name at the bottom there, but we have the new TUR coming out for the post-Saiyan Day celebration, and it's a little bit of a surprise. I do know the unit as I've seen it on Twitter here as I've gone to like scroll and find the animations. But I do not know the animations just yet, but I do know kind of what the unit is and kind of how it's going to work. But yeah, before we get into the reaction, make sure you like and subscribe. 97% of you are not subscribed to this channel, so do that. And yeah, let's just take a look at the animations. All right, we are looking at what I'm assuming is a Nappa and Vegeta here. Yep, and we've got, okay, Nappa and Cyberman, which I think oh no, we have not gotten before. That was a Legends unit is what I'm thinking of. But we have gotten like the STR Nappa and then like the Tech Nappa and Vegeta. We've gotten a lot of Nappa and Vegeta's like representation in this game, because I thought about that as soon as I saw these guys. But okay, it's like Nappa and Cyberman. That looks kind of cool. That's, I guess, our first ever like very big Cyberman unit. Okay, intro now for Nappa and Vegeta, I'm assuming. Okay, this is a cool intro. This is good. I like this a lot, actually. Because, yeah, no, they have not had this in the game just yet. So, are we going to have Nappa leveling the city? Or, okay, just that. All right. So it's Vegeta. So, is it a tag or exchange? I don't know, actually. I don't know. I just see them back to back. I don't know what they do. Okay, that's a pretty short for Vegeta. So, is this active skill? I don't have animations on, so, or, like, sound on, so I can't hear. I think this is active skill. So, okay, we get double grade 8 active skill. That's actually pretty sick. Okay, and then it is tag. And then, so Nappa has an active skill too then, or is he going to have an EX super? So, okay, this is going to be his normal. Oh, it's going to be the, yeah, I was going to say, he's going to do the leveling the city now as his animations. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. We haven't gotten that as like a high quality animation either, so that's what we need that. Oh, and it's tackle, obviously. We like that. So, okay, so he has an active skill too then. And it's gonna be, okay, that's kind of cool. So is it just gonna be another attack, or is this gonna be like a, okay, so Nappa's got like a target. Okay, Nappa's got a target. So is he gonna dodge everything then? Okay, so that's everything. All right, so all right, yeah, they both got active skills. No EX supers. We're not looking at any EX supers this time, just active skills. But they both have active skills, and it looks like Nappa has a stats active skill compared to Vegeta's attacking one. But all right, let's take a look at them. Let me make sure my camera's in the right place. Nope, we need to move this one over right now. You can say I always need to move it for details and then for reactions. They have different places, but okay. Details here, Saiyan Saga Accelerated Battle. Okay, that's good. Mission Execution, Giant Ant Power, Final Trump Card. Okay, that's good. The Saiyan Saga does need another leader. It's been a long time since Phy Raditz, as you can see over here. Yeah, people are talking about him already. Phy Raditz is probably on his way. But okay, 250% attack and defense, fine. 1 Key Spirit for AGL, Key Spirit, okay. And then I'm assuming their AGL is what we're looking at right now. Okay, yeah, AGL, just like the old LR. Chance of performing critical hit and damage reduction 40%, good. Saiyan Saga and Giant Ant Power attack 40%, attack and defense 40%. So the Giant Ant Power is good. I don't know if you would run them on any of the Super Saiyan 14s, but that's good. 1 or more AGL keys for obtained, Saiyan Saga, Giant Ant Power, another 20% and effective. So he's giving 60% with 1 AGL key sphere. Okay, and he's not changing key spheres though. When attacking, 150%. Okay, 20% damage reduction for 1 turn. So he's at 60% for 1 turn. Attack and defense 100%, and additional attack that has a great chance of becoming super attack when 1 enemy, and attacks are guaranteed to hit. Okay, so that's good. Attacks are guaranteed to hit is not as annoying. We are getting more dodge bosses though. After performing 2 or more attacks in battle, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack, and then performs a critical hit for 20 more %. So he gets 60% crit after performing 2 or more attacks, and that's permanent. So after he gets his attack things done, he's getting more, because he gets another additional after he gets 2 or more attacks. So he has an additional off the beginning. Okay, yeah, so he has an additional off the beginning, so he's going to get that after the first turn, and then he's going to just keep unlocking them each turn. So after performing 6 or more attacks, he gets another super and more crit, so he has 80% crit. Every attack performed, he gets 150% attack with 7% damage reduction within the turn. So, okay, so that's good once you get all of his, like, attack things up, and then when facing 2 or more enemies or third turn, you meet up with Nappa. Okay, and then Vegeta's active skill, Giant Ape Assault. can be activated when facing only one or more enemy. Okay, so I'm assuming Vegeta's going to be based around one enemy, and Nappa's going to be based around multiple enemies, is what it seems like it's probably going to be. 1700% temporarily, that's really good. Ultimate damage to enemy and seal super attack. Okay, that's fine. Changes Fizz to Rainbow. Okay, that's good for his own like AGL key sphere requirements. And then Saiyan Saga category attack 20% and 20% for those who are also extreme class. So extreme class, you get like 80 or almost over 100% attack support from this guy on his active skill turn. I mean, it's going to be Raditz, like an extreme Saiyan Saga unit. Raditz would get that. So he raises attack for 4 turns and greatly raises defense for 1 turn. Okay, so raising attack for 4 turns is pretty good. That's not going to like help anything on like his active skill at all. So you can meet up with Nappa when facing 2 or more enemies and a 3rd turn. So yeah, I'm assuming that Nappa is going to be based around 2 or more enemies. So reverses with Vegeta after turn 3 or the enemies. 780%. High chance of launching an additional super attack. Okay, that's a lot of stats right there with just 780. When receiving an attack, 150% defense, 50% damage reduction. That's good. And then one time he gets 30, so he's at 80. And then 50% defense and damage reduction 20% when facing 2 or more enemies, or when HP is 70% or less. So once again, 2 or more enemies, he's going to be way better. 70% damage reduction compared to 50, and pretty much 90% damage reduction, or 100% damage reduction for the first turn if he's under 70% HP, or the Saiyan Saga thing, or 2 or more enemies. Never mind. After receiving 5 attacks of battle, okay, so different from Vegeta there. Saiyan Saga category allies 1 key, 5% attack, and 10% for extreme. 10 attacks, another 5%, and another 10% for extreme. So he's going to be giving 2 key, 30% to like pretty much Raditz or the other Vegeta after he gets 10 attacks. Then for every attack received, he can get up to 780, and then chance for critical at 10% within the turn. Okay, Nappa is going to be hitting like a truck if you get all of his attacks up. 2 or more enemies, yep, immediately, or when there's another Saiyan Saga category ally attacking the same turn. Oh, okay, so his isn't turn gated. So you either need 2 enemies or Saiyan Saga, otherwise you're never getting his. And then guards all attacks and directs enemies. So then yeah, he gets the big buff for his active skill, which he's not getting a defensive buff on that active skill, which kind of scares me, because I don't know if he would be good enough to tank that just off rip. But okay, and then he greatly raises defense for 1 turn, or for 4 turns, and greatly raises attack for 1 turn. Okay, Nappa, I don't know how I feel about. He seems to just be like really high damage numbers with like a lot of damage reduction, which is good, but it doesn't seem like he gets a lot of defense, especially on his active skill. I wish he got defense on his active skill, because I do think he will be able to get caught from something on his active skill turn, because he's directing everything at him, but he's not getting any defense like percentage or anything. He's just like directing everything at him. So I don't know how well that active skill will work, but his attack is going to be really, really high with the 2 780% in there in his passive. So Nappa is going to be hitting really, really hard, and if you're able to get all of his hits, then he will just become an absolute nuke. But Vegeta seems to be very, very strong. He just seems to be a lot of damage reduction. You can kind of throw him in slot 1 for those first couple turns, or that first turn when he's at 60% damage reduction. Then everything after that, if you just throw him in slot 2 and 3 and let him get his attacks up to build up his damage reduction so that he gets more attacks as well. Once he gets those attacks, builds up his damage reduction, he should be all good in slot 2 and 3. Yeah, they seem really, really strong. I don't know what team you're going to run them on, looking at their categories, you know, like, I don't know exactly. Maybe the Saiyan Saga team will make a comeback here in this like celebration or so, but right now I really don't know where you run them, but they both seem very good and very separate. They're built very opposites to each other, which I like when they do with tag units, but they do seem very, very unique in their own rights, and I think they'll be very fun. Nappa just worries me a little bit defensively, I guess, and maybe Vegeta worrying me a little bit offensively and a little bit defensively. I don't know if his damage reduction will hold up, but it probably will end up holding up. All right, yeah, that's really all there is to look at for these new units. We've got a brand new celebration coming out. We've got some new stages coming out for like Serious to Serious All Battles and stuff like that. But these are the 2 new units that got released announced for this post Saiyan Day celebration as we begin. I don't know if this will have a part 2 LR, but if it does, I'm going to be very curious who we end up seeing, because it's a Saiyan Saga celebration, so I don't know who the Part 2 LR could even end up being at this point. With all these units, they've gotten some representation, some not, so I don't know what they could even end up doing. Maybe like a Spirit Bomb, Krillin, and Goku, something like that, but otherwise, I got no idea. But this was the details, all we had to look at right now, so if you stayed all the way to the end of the video, I think I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.